right, this is all about healthy innovations, and one thing you've got to have are healthy teeth. You're taking care of your feet, so we've got that with a pet egg, and I do ask, stay in the line if you can. Definitely go to Shop by Remote or go on a computer, and then you can get the color you want, because that's gonna sell out early. But anyway, when you talk about healthy, your teeth have got to be healthy. And one of the things, I don't care what, dentist you go to or whoever cleans your teeth, they're always like, are you flossing enough? And then you're like, maybe not. Well, I think part of it for my problem is it's tough to floss because I have really tight teeth. I still have my wisdom teeth. So I'm not a big flosser, so you look for alternatives. Well, we, I think, have the perfect alternative, especially if you want to floss in places you normally can't. On the road, when you travel, basically anywhere. You could be camping and you can get a really great flossing system. And you do it with our 2-pack of what are called Power Flossers. There's no batteries, you do not plug it in. It can go anywhere, and you're now able to floss wherever and whenever you want to. And we have it today on 2 flex pays, which is any major credit card for today only. And I'm gonna get Megan out here too, because she's gonna talk about it. It's good to have you back, Megan.
Thank you.
I mean, it's so important. Everybody always says, are you flossing? You get that guilty thing.
It's like you get shamed. Like, no, I'm sorry, I haven't flossed today.
I'm sorry.
Or this whole week.
Yes. Or this last year.
There's something about flossing, it can be painful, it hurts your gums, you can have bleeding. It's just not fun, and it's kind of messy too. This is the solution to all of that. Simply by adding water, there's no cords, there's no batteries. All you do is twist, open up, fill to the max line with water, and boom, you're ready to go. You can do it at your own comfort. So if you have sensitive gums, you can do it at a lighter pressure by not pushing as quickly or as hard. But if you do want to get real deep down in there, get the debris, get all the gunk out between your teeth, you can push much harder and get all of that removed. And it's so important because number one, first impressions, people see your smile. This is what they see. But more importantly, when it comes to longevity, you have to have a healthy mouth. Your mouth goes through everything. And when your gums are healthy, your heart is healthy, you have a much better health overall. So this little guy can do all that for you.
Yeah, and a couple of ideas that I love that people suggest, which I think are great. Some people put a mouthwash inside here. Yes. So not only are they getting fresher breath, cleaner teeth, they're flossing at the same time. For me, this is the most annoying one. How are you on this? I always get the string. I don't care if you give me the Super Glide floss or whatever. It always shreds. And then it gets stuck, and then I have to dig even harder and try to get in there. And so I know, because I'm not a successful flosser, I know I should be doing it. We all should be doing it, but I know subconsciously I don't do it because it just is too hard for me. I can't even get the string to move between my teeth because they are so tight. With this, you don't have to worry about it. I've had a system where you literally, this one system, you screwed it into your shower and you diverted it, and while you're taking a shower, you did it. Well, guess what? We changed our shower head. It doesn't work on there. How many of you have a plug-in system? And you're like, okay, I can't take that on vacation, but you are a genuine flosser. You love that little plug-in, but it's just not gonna work when you're traveling or you're on vacation, or maybe you have a kid. Do you have the one kid who will not floss? This is actually really fun, and because it's so easy and because you develop your own amount of pressure, it's super simple. So even, I love it because you can give it to a kid and they won't mind doing it.
This is a great thing to have in your school locker. There are so many kids right now that have braces and they don't want to floss. Why? Because it's so inconvenient. It's difficult to do. It takes forever. They have to get into all those different grooves. It's hard. If they have this with them, all they have to do is literally put the water in there or the mouthwash, which is great, and push. That's it. You can hear the pressure. You can do it nice and light, or you can do it nice and hard, and you can get all that debris, all of that food particles, that gunk out from behind your teeth. For me, I was diligent about brushing my teeth. I've hated to floss my whole life, and I've always had great teeth, but the one thing my dentist always said is, your teeth are great except the back teeth. You gotta get into the back. I don't care what you do, but you have to get back there. You're gonna pay the price later. Because of the ergonomic design of this tip, it is so easy to get into the back and get that debris from behind there and wash it all away.
Well, you know what's a big deal to that point is a lot of times you can't even get 2 fingers back there with floss to get to the farthest back spot. We all have that issue, quite frankly. I don't think like I said, I still have my wisdom teeth, and to get back to those guys, it is virtually impossible. Like, you know, you're trying to get your fingers back there, and then you're trying to move that stupid floss around, or you're trying to use one of those little pick things. Those pick things always fall apart. This way, you're right. Look at the length of this. I mean, that really reaches back to the farthest corner of your teeth, and then when you hit that button, it's going to really have that little power squirt and be able to get to those spots that you just can't get to. Also the interior, how many times do you say, oh, you know what, I kind of forget. You can get even up in here. Yeah, how hard it is to hot in here, this area. No, seriously, this you can get behind your teeth.
It's so true.
So you can do it this way, or you can shoot it out that way. And also, if you want to take it in the shower, you can't take that plug-in one into the shower.
Oh, and it can't get messy in the shower. That's a great suggestion.
No, you should. You know what? Take it in the shower and just have at it. Plus, you can just fill it up with the shower and just have at it.
We like as easy as possible.
I do. Well, I do, because you know why? You got to multitask. Put the conditioner on your head and then do your teeth all at the same time. So when you're done with your teeth, then you can rinse your conditioner out. How's that?
It makes it so much easier.
Pretty smart.
Yeah, I don't know if you're like me out there, but anyone that's had braces in the past, you might have a permanent retainer now. And so, yes, getting above, but getting behind. Instead of having to put that flosser in and go through every single tooth where that permanent retainer is, oh my gosh, this is like a dream come true. Again, boom, I'm just knocking everything away. I don't have to worry anymore about the time that it takes. I can take this anywhere. What I love about this is right now it seems long. It's the size of a toothbrush, but if you want to travel with it, all you have to do is pop the little top off and it actually stores right inside the compartment. It is so easy for travel. It is so great to have at your work office. If you're going out for lunch meetings and you're coming back to the office with food in between your teeth before the next meeting, it's not gonna look so good. This you can have at your desk and you can clear your teeth. Again, if you're a kid with braces, all you have to do is pop this right back into place, go into the bathroom, clean out your braces, you're good to go. For travel, for work, for home, this is how you floss without having to floss.
That's right. Yeah.
Without the bleeding gums, without the pain, without the discomfort, with still getting that oral hygiene that the dentist expects you to get and you want to get for healthy, healthy gums in the future.
Well, and if you're not a flosser, you know darn well, you know it. You should be flossing. I mean, I really am. I'm in your. That's my icky point. Is I just don't like to floss. It's very complicated. It's hard. Believe it or not, for as big a mouth as I have a very small mouth. I really do. I'm not a flosser. And every time they're like, you really should be flossing. I'm like, I know. And so I think this, for those of us who just can't floss or don't floss regularly, to me, this is the perfect answer. It's so simple. It's so easy. You don't have to plug it in. There are no batteries. You can use it in the shower when you're in the shower or in the tub. You can take it if you are really serious about flossing, but you say, well, I'm traveling or I can't take my water system with me because it's too bulky and it takes up all the counter space. Isn't this an awesome alternative? You know, you love that traditional plug-in system, but when you're traveling, you're like, geez, it's so awful having to carry that with me. There's so many pieces and parts and it's bulky and it takes up a lot of valuable suitcase space. Take this instead. You know, make this the temporary one you use while you're on vacation, and when you get back, you can go back to your plug-in model. But so, and if you're a serious flosser and you're like, well, you know what, I'm gonna go camping, and I know some people who are really dedicated flossers. They're so good with their teeth. But camping, you're like, really? There's no mirror. How am I gonna find, how am I gonna do it? Take this with you. And again, it's so quick and easy. You just need a water source. You can take a bottled water and pour it in there and use that. It's not like you need anything special. You will never need a battery. It is done simply by pumping, and the pump creates the force that actually makes the power eject from the end of this.
Correct. It's the Air Infusion technology. It sounds so simple, yet it works so well. By doing that simple little pump, you're pumping air into the unit, and if the air goes in the unit, something has to come out, and it's going to be that water hitting the debris that's in your teeth. My mom is a prime example. My mom has battled with her teeth her entire life, and for her, she is a serious flosser. Night and day, she's gonna get it done. But this is what she needs. This is what she has in her purse to make sure that in between the days, she's still getting in there to make sure that she can get everything out so that she still has that great checkup when she goes back to the dentist. It's so simple, it's so easy. Again, all you do is twist, lift. You fill up to the line. They make it very easy by saying where the max is, fill it up to there, again, pop it in, twist, you're good to go. Go ahead and start by pushing the green button and do it as hard or as light as you want. You can hear how hard it's hitting because I'm pushing hard right now to make sure that you know that there's true air pressure in here. There's no batteries, there's no electricity. It's completely manual, yet it completely gets the job done, which makes it ideal for travel and for on the go.
You make a great point too, Carrie, or excuse me, Megan, when you said if you're at work, like you can leave one at home and you can leave one at work. And when you're at work, you're not dragging in your plug-in, you know, pick thing. But if you're serious about keeping your teeth clean, it drives you crazy not to have them clean right after lunch.
Oh,
and
yes.
How many of us have time after lunch? You have 1 hour for lunch, right? Maybe a half an hour. You're really gonna go to the bathroom, and I bet you do this if you're serious, and you're flossing away, and you're like, well, I'd rather have more time for lunch. This is so quick. You grab this, go in, and very quickly you're gonna get this done. So again, if someone doesn't floss in their life, I think this is a great way to get them doing it. That's gonna elevate their gum health dramatically simply because they're getting close to flossing with this, okay? If you're a real flosser and you don't have something convenient with you, it's great for that. And remember, it's a 2-pack. You get both of these. And also remember, 2 flex pays only for today. So that's a big deal. If you want to use flex, you can spread your payments over 2 months, give it a shot, and if you don't love it, you can return it for a full refund. Megan, thank you.
You're welcome.
Healthier, happier teeth makes happier, healthier bodies. How you like that?
I like it.
Hey, did you see the pet egg?